I was trying to daydream, but my mind kept wandering. That quote comes from comedian Steven Wright. It's funny, sure, but also a paradox. Because isn't daydreaming the same thing as your mind wandering? And welcome to Kreatio. I'm your host, VC Hana. So how can your mind wander away from wandering? And wait, what is a wandering mind anyway? Is it lazy, distracted, or could it be a hidden power? Let's wander into that. See, there's a strange contradiction buried in that joke. It's the idea of trying to control something that by nature is uncontrollable, like trying to fall asleep or trying to be spontaneous, or like when you try to disconnect your Bluetooth and it just keeps reconnecting. Why? Ugh. Trying to force your brain to drift is like yelling relax at someone in a spa. But here's the twist. What if this kind of mental drifting, this involuntary mental slipstream, isn't something to fight, but something to leverage? Neuroscientists have a name for the part of your brain that lights up when you're not focused. It's called the default mode network, or DMN. Now, the word default makes it sound boring, like background noise, but the DMN is far from idle. It's active when you daydream, walk, shower, or lie in bed right before sleep. And during those moments, something powerful happens. Your mind begins connecting things that don't normally go together. It reframes problems. It surfaces long-lost memories. It creatively free associates in ways your laser focus never could. In other words, when you think you're not thinking, your brain might be thinking its most original thoughts. Let me show you how two geniuses use this. Thomas Edison, the guy who brought us the light bulb and 1,000 plus inventions, had a weird little ritual. He'd sit in a chair, steel ball in each hand, pans on the floor, and he'd nap. Right as he drifted off, clang! The balls would drop, waking him up. That tiny flicker of time on the edge of sleep, that's when the ideas came. Raw, vivid, strange. Salvador Dalí, the surrealist painter with melting clocks, did almost the same thing, except with a brass key instead of steel balls. Clink. Neither of them waited for ideas. They invited them. By dancing with the state called a hypnagogic state, a sliver of consciousness between waking and dreaming. Modern science confirms this state produces bizarre, creative, valuable connections, the kind that are too weird to come up with on purpose, but too brilliant to ignore. So maybe your mind wandering isn't the problem. Maybe the problem is thinking that creativity only lives in concentration. Maybe it's not about forcing ideas, but about letting go just enough to receive them. The DMN, the hypnagogic state, the clang of a steel ball. Sometimes the most brilliant part of your brain is the one that's not trying. So the next time you find your mind drifting off, don't snap back. Lean in, because you might be closer to an idea than you think. Oh, and if you like this, you can try to daydream about subscribing to my channel. Or you can just let your mouse wander right over the like button. And thanks for watching Kreatio. I'll see you next time.